tossed my phone out the window, and it just happened to be right by that police station that you see on the book. And that's when I just opened the door and jumped out.
Right at that moment.
Right at that moment.
There's nothing wrong with having trauma. We all do. You need to do something about it. Come on, unpack your trauma with it.
Now, I remember reading something about gangs and them shooting at you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which aunt was you with?
I was with my favorite aunt at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I had got shot at.
Why?
Walking home, had a baby blue outfit on. And I guess I was in the wrong little area. And just a bunch of dudes came out like, where are you from? Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, I don't bang or none of that. They're like, no, nowhere don't count. Nowhere don't count. And saw a dude just bring out the thing. They was like, we gonna do it. And I was just like, and for some reason, I didn't really care too much. Like, not really much scared me. So I was like, what you want to do? And I kept walking.
Mm-hmm.
I knew right to this day, I knew they could have got me if they really wanted to.
They really wanted to, yeah.
How many were they?
About 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4. One right here is about 6, because they was coming out from the garage of this house.
Yeah, they could have got you one too.
Yeah, I know they could have. They could have got me.
So then you went back to Good Aunt. Well, no, Spitting Aunt. And did she let you come back, or was she like, "Oh, now you want to come back to me"?
Nah, she was cool with it because I took care of her. You know,
how'd you get? Did you tell her? How'd you tell the good aunt, turn bad aunt? How'd you tell her that you want to go back to the other lady?
I told her, I was like,
"This ain't working."
Yeah, this ain't. You know, and she was like, "Okay." She's like, "If that's what you want to do, then that's fine," and that's what it was.
Okay.
So at the Spitting Aunt, you didn't have your own space there.
Nah, no, nope, no space.
Well, you stayed in the living room?
I stayed in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
I slept on this chair or on the floor or whichever came first or whatever. Had this little closet area, but that was my storage right there, like where I put all my stuff in. There would be sometimes I would bird bath too. This aunt was weird. Like she would like block the sinks and stuff so I can't like take a shower and stuff. So she'll put like all her clothes into the tub. So like,
you couldn't use
shower, so I can't use it. So I resorted to the sink, and I don't know.
And then from 15 to 18, what was your life like?
Yeah, just that's what it was. I was pretty popular back in high school, so it was cool. I mean, I didn't spend much time home anyway. I was always gone with my friends or going to house parties or whatever. So, like I said, I took care of my aunt mostly. Like when it came to like paying bills for her, I'll make her calls, help her do this, help her do that. Make sure, I go down the corner, make sure we get some food in the house, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
Okay. And then, so anything else going from 15, 18 in your life? What was going on besides
just that
partying? Did you start doing drugs then?
Nah, I was hanging around because I always hung around like the gangsters and but I was just always Chris, the goofy dude. They wouldn't even let me join no way if I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like the real ones that are like, you ain't doing this.
Okay.
Or I hung out with friends that drink and smoke all that, but I always felt being around them, I always felt like I was drinking too, like even though I wasn't. So I was having such a good time with them. It just felt better than being home.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
So you felt like a family?
Yeah.
Right. And then from 18, okay, now, man, we're getting close to 22 when you feel like doing so. What flip? You got, it sounded like you was functioning.
High school was over, and I had my son.
Got your high school diploma?
No, dropped out of high school.
At what age?
17.
Okay.
Dropped out.
And is that when high school, that's when you said high school was over?
Yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
You had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is when they got pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that.
Okay, so we dated for a couple years. She gets pregnant. We broke up. and she did something that she promised she would never do, which is keep my son from me.
She broke up with you.
She left.
Why? Was she cheating on somebody else?
Okay, so I'm 19 at this time, and I'm like, a stupid kid. So I cheated on her. That's what it was.
She was what? She's 19 too.
Yeah, she was same age.
Okay.
And
So at 17, you dropped out.
Yeah.
2 years, you just hanging out the house with aunt, taking care of her.
and yeah,
Were you
looking
working?
I was working too.
For who?
Where was I at? I was working for this place called Manpower. It's
Oh.
like you go to certain places and like unload trucks and stuff
Okay,
like
I think
that.
I heard of that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and then after that, I start working at the mall, and
Okay.
then to the doing surveys, and yeah, I was like always working.
Awesome. Okay. So then 19, you got your girlfriend. She got pregnant at 19.
20, I believe she got 19 or 20. She got pregnant,
Okay.
but I know she had him like at 20. No, she had him at 21, so she was pregnant at 20. That's what it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
And then what did you start doing drugs then?
After that, yeah, that's when
After she got pregnant?
after she left.
Okay, she
And
left.
she kept all distance from me. Like I blocked her number, changed her number, this and that. And when she had my son, that's when I flipped out because I didn't find out till a week later. So I didn't get to see him born.
Mm.
And this is you were 21 then?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Because I was finally old enough to drink. So that's when I started buying alcohol, and everybody was surprised. Like, you drink? That's when it started. From there to the promethazine to
How did you go from drinking to other stuff? Did you run into somebody or somebody introduce you?
my aunt with my Uncle Rabbit's wife. She used to get the promethazine syrup, so I would just get it from her, and I would just tell her I was sick, so she'd be like, "Oh, here you go." Or I would ask for some of her Vicodin and stuff like that, and
Because your girlfriend, she left you and got pregnant. Then you had no contact with her throughout the pregnancy. The baby came, and then she kept it from you.
Yep.
Was the boy the first one?
Yeah,
How was that?
that's one that's 16 right now. So
Okay. And she kept it from you, and how did that feel? What was going on with you?
that was the worst. I think that was one of the worst times that I ever had in my life.
Okay.
Was that because I knew how important it was for me to be with my son.
Okay.
And she wasn't letting that happen. So I went through a big stint with just every day was just all drugs, drinking, all that stuff, right? So after a while, I just went to court and put in papers and started getting visitations and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But tell me because you got real depressed at 22. What was going on? Because before you tried to commit suicide, what was going on?
I
down
wasn't
were you?
seeing him because she stopped showing up to the place that she was supposed to let me see him. And
Were you crying a lot? Were you depressed?
every day. Yeah,
Every day you were crying?
every day. Every day.
And were you doing drugs every day too?
No, I was just it was mostly drinking
You was drinking every day?
most of the time. See, the thing is, I was on the pills and the syrup for a little bit, but it was like a short amount of time. I got bored of it.
Okay.
I guess like ADHD, you get bored of some
Yeah.
things fast, and so I just started resorting to just drinking, and that's what it was.
Okay. And then so do you remember the day you tried to commit suicide?
Oh yeah.
What was the date?
I don't know what was going on. I was arguing with one of my friends or whatever, but before this, I was already out of there. Like, I was depressed already. All my friends moved on after high school. But they all had like mommies and daddies to like help them boost them in life, and I didn't exactly have that. I like to call it Uncle Elroy. Like, everybody had Uncle Elroy, but I didn't have an Uncle Elroy. So it was like that. I felt behind, and I lost contact with a lot of my friends because I didn't want them to know how far behind them I was.
Okay.
So I like I said, I didn't have social media. None. I didn't want nobody knowing where I was or how I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was pretty much alone. But I had this one particular friend. We were arguing, and I left their house, and they sort of knew my plan. I was already planning
Planning what?
a suicide. I was planning.
How they know about it?
I told them.
What'd you tell them?
I told them I'm about to take myself out, and they're like, "Nah, don't do it. Stay with me." So I stayed with them for a little bit.
And you really want to take stuff out because you couldn't see your son?
It was that. It was where I was at in
and
life.
where you were
my
in
search
life.
for God. I couldn't find God. I was like, I felt alone. I was just
So you hear what he's saying?
over
He
it.
was alone, couldn't find God, looking for him, couldn't see a child. Uncle ever died. Your friends way ahead of you in life. Feel like you left behind. You're like, what's the purpose? So you feel like you lost purpose.
Right.
Okay, so some of the signs, and they say this, increased use of alcohol and drugs, which you did. Behavior changes, I would say. Looking for ways to do it, which you did.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What were some ways you thought about committing suicide?
Gun, train, water. Those three. I was like, do I drown? That's probably still gonna hurt too. I'm like, but then I'm like, how can I do it faster? Just get my aunt or my grandma's gun and just do it. But then I don't really want that. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do, and this is when I completely numbed. I went to the train station, stayed there for hours, timed every train that came, so I knew what time I wanted to be there at that train station, and that's when I knew that's how it's gonna happen.
You was gonna jump from the train?
Just lay there and just there you go, be a little faster.
So what I said at the beginning, if I look at my statistic here, that number one thing men use is guns. You know,
Right.
So,
It's fast.
so you look for ways to access lethal means. you're gonna get the gun from your aunt, you know, and then some of the emotional signs. It sounds like you had where you, here's one. You had persistent sadness. You were sad all the time. You said you had a lot of anxiety too. Sounds like
Yeah,
anxious.
yeah.
Yeah. What about?
But at this time, it was just at this particular time, that anxiety wasn't so much there. It
Gotcha.
was more no feelings were there. Everything was just numb, and I was blank, and I was at peace with the decision I was about to make. So I accepted it, and I was kind of excited about it. Like I finally get to get out of here. I'm at peace, and whatever happens, happens.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
So leading up to that, you had anxiety and those things.
And that anxiety started disappearing over time.
Okay.
You got more
That
comfortable
anger,
idea of
right?
like
the anger, all that start decreasing,
And that
just
is
getting
one of
lower and lower.
anger, all
That
that.
sadness start going away, and that sadness became happiness to peace.
because you was okay with the decision, like I'm
was
out of here.
fine. Yeah,
Because you was looking at the end of all that craziness.
yeah.
Okay. Man, okay, so man, what date was that?
I
Did you put in your book?
not
Okay. Do you remember the month?
September,
What year?
mid-September. I have. Let me see.
So you was 22, you're 37. What's that? 15 years ago.
About that long now.
So
yeah.
then 15 from 25, 0, so 2005.
Yeah, around there.
So, all right, something like that. All right, 2010. Sorry, 2010.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. September
Yeah, it's
2010.
25, yes.
You September 2010. You were where? Were you at home? Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna look at that book. You showed
I
me
was
that-
at my
that-
friend's house. We were having a little argument, and that's when I was like, I'm out of here.
What were you arguing about?
I forgot something petty. I'm sure.
So before that, you had already been going by the train stations.
Yeah,
You'd already looked at the idea of gun.
yeah. I was already.
So you were there,
I was excited. I knew which station what track I was gonna go to.
and then he pissed you off and said, "I'm done with everybody. I'm ready to
Yeah,
go."
yeah.
So this she.
Uh-huh.
So this picture right here, where were you right here on your
So right there, I was in front of. That's where I had the experience. Right there in front of the police station.
This is where you so this is when you was going to commit suicide? Tell me what was going on here.
Well, that's where I jumped out the car because I was like a few streets
Whose car?
away.
Who car you was in?
Friend's car. So when I was arguing with my friend, I left.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I'm out here. So I started walking in the direction of that train track. But somehow, I didn't even know they were going to do this. But my friend, I know they were.
Female friend.
Uh-huh. Honks the horn. It was like, I look back and they're like, get in the car. And that's when I was like, man, my plan is ruined now. And
Okay.
that's when I knew that the train thing wouldn't be happening that time.
Because you mentioned it to her already.
Right. And I
So
guess
she
somehow
knew where to
maybe
find you.
But the thing was, she didn't know what I was going to do. I just told her I was going to do it sometime soon. But she didn't know how.
And everybody been trying to stop you. They've been.
She
has been trying to stop.
She was trying to stop me.
Are y'all still friends today?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah,
Okay,
still
go.
friends.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had left. Yeah, so I was walking to that
To the
exact
train
area.
station, and she
got in the
blew the
car,
horn.
Right, get in the car. At this exact time, out of nowhere, I know it's divine intervention. My mom calls me. How's my mom get my number? Haven't talked to her in years. Haven't seen her in years. But randomly, right when I'm about to do this, my mom calls me
Okay.
and says my grandma gave her the number and was like, "Yeah, your grandma said you were looking for me and want to know if I talked to you." Basically, I'm just and my friend's sitting next to me as she's driving, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not your mom. I don't want you. All this and that." And
No, don't go fast.
Yeah.
She calls you to tell
Yeah.
you what?
so she says, "Your grandma was telling me that you were looking for me." She's like, "I need you to stop looking for me." She's like, "I don't want you. I'm not your mom."
You said, you're 20. You're 22 right now. You
Yeah.
said I'm not your.
Because I saw that call and I'm like, maybe this might change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I know something like that. I wasn't there. Yeah, she's like, I'm not your mom. I don't want you. Stuff like that.
So you still had hope
I
even
had a
then.
little tiny hope.
Now this is the same woman who put you in the dumpster.
6 months old.
Right.
Okay.
So give me that whole conversation there, good piece.
Okay. No. So
How much you like?
yeah. So she just says, yeah, like I said, your grandma's been asking. I mean, telling me to call you. She gave me your number.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't. And it was a real short conversation. She's like, I just wanted to let you know I don't want you. And she's like, stop looking for me. Not your mom. So I just happened to be in the passenger side when my friend made that right turn, that right hand turn, right when I looked at my phone. And after my mom said, I'm not, your mom, I tossed my phone out the window. And it just happened to be right by that police station that you see on the book.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I just opened the door and jumped out.
Right at that moment.
Right at that moment.
You jumped out.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Hit the concrete. And then I just this muffled boom sound. Everything, all the colors, everything.
That's how you get the title boom, because you had a boom sound. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
That sound booms like boom.
Okay.
And that's all. And I was like, I think this hurts. I'm not sure. I didn't know. So I'm like, I'm gonna dust myself off and walk home now. I didn't know I'm not in my body. Had no clue. I just get up, start, and then something just tell me like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Putting it together now, I'm thinking that's when I was leaving, uprising out my body. Mm-hmm. So then how is it that I'm looking down on the ground? I see myself laying right there. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm tripping. I fell on my head. I'm tripping. So I'm like, let me just walk home. I just knew I was going to walk to my aunt's house. But I took like maybe 2 or 3 steps and boom, it was like that. Everything went different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Everything changed. It was blurry, got slow motion, and it was just a bunch of different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was looking, I'm like, what in the world? So I see like this blackness, but blue at the same time. And it was just like all around. And then I just got scared because I was like, uh-oh, that God I learned about in church, I knew it was real.
Mm.
I was like, I know God is real.
Yeah.
I'm like, so that part I know.
Right
I
there,
definitely believe it now.
You do believe now. Yeah.
You feel that instant like that. It was like sharp shooting, like thunder, just. So the way it was speaking to me was, it was answering the questions in the order that I was thinking them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I am God. And that's only because I know him as God. It could have been like, there's so many names people call him, but, I am God. That's what I know him as. Yes, I am real. Yes, angels are real. They're a gift for me. Want to meet them? And I didn't believe in angels. So that's when I said, no, I don't want to meet angels. I thought it was like all for TV and stuff like that.
Right.
And I just remember it was like this feel. I was like, I'm not perfect. I can't go just yet. You know, I'm not perfect. I got a bunch of stuff on me. I felt like blemishes over my body. It was weird, like scars. I was like, see, I got to fix all this stuff and I'm going to come back and get perfect. And then I'm going to come back to see you. Like, let me go get perfect.
Right.
He's like, no, I want you now, like how you are now. I'm like, what? I'm like, do you not know some of the stuff I love you? So I felt him trying to introduce himself as like his characteristics. So a bunch of words start flying in the air. So one of the words said loving, another word says caring, and then in all caps with exclamation points at the end, it was super slow and it said long suffering. So I remembered that long suffering word when I was a kid in church. And I was like, oh man, so the God of that Bible is probably definitely the angry one. I'm gonna die. I was scared out of my mind. I kept, being told, don't be scared. A lot of people when they
went from I'm at peace with dying to like now I'm scared.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Because of what I was taught in church, I was always like, oh man, so I'm gonna burn for eternity. So he says, okay. So some people, when they have these experiences, they have life reviews. They see their life flash before their eyes and stuff. I did not have that. What I seen was like a projector screen, and it was like, here's this girl. But first of all, it was a dude with a business suit and a briefcase. He's walking by, and then telepathically, God's like, I love him. Then there's this dude riding a skateboard with a joint in his mouth. God's like, I love him. Then there's a prostitute that walks by. God's like, I love her. What I took from that was it was all the same tone and it was all the same feeling. It wasn't like I love him better because, he has a business suit and she's a prostitute. I don't like her. Like I like her less. It wasn't like that. It was more like I love everybody. So before I can even bring up the devil or whoever, I'm like, but what about? And it's like, don't worry about that. I look and I see like this snake wrapped in chains. I'm just like, okay. And it's like, you don't worry that way. Like, focus here. So, okay. So I'm like, if I'm supposed to go back to this earth, what am I supposed to tell people about this experience? They're going to think I'm crazy.
Over that snake wrapped in chains, he said you don't want to go that way.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry about it.